Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by for another exciting Devinah launch. Today we're going to be talking all about the Crowned in Shadows collection. This collection is going to be dropping the same day as the Decadent Desires collection, which I already have up here on my channel. I wanted to split these into two videos to just like give the shadows their moment without this video being 17 hours long. So today we are going to be doing, I'm going to be showing you some swatches, but also doing eye swatches for you, because with these multi-chromes, I feel like that is always the true way to see the reality of what this is going to look like on you. So I hope you enjoy that. My lids did not. At any rate, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We are going to dive into this. I do want to just let you know that Devinah Cosmetics did kindly send these over to me. And while I do have an affiliated discount code for you, which is Keep Beauty Real, I also have real and honest thoughts for you, which I will share with you at the end of this video. Of course, anytime I am sent something, I will always give you my true opinion. All right, we have our 5 lovely shades to get into today, and these will be $17 launching on the 21st along with the Decadent Desires collection, as I said, and both of the collections, by the way, are code eligible. So you can use that code if you would like to save some money. Let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to talk about before I get into this. I think we're good. We got a lot to get into, so let's do it right now. Let's go ahead and do some quick swatches just so you can see all the colors together. I am going to do these on my palm because I just got done swatching and swatching and swatching on my arm for the Decadent Desires collection. So we're going to give that skin a little break. I'll show you on my palm, but it's going to be the eyes, baby. It's going to be the eyes that show the true magic of these. Now I am also using my pan puller tool, which is just a lot of fun and like the perfect strength. This baby is $12. Definitely I recommend. I love the fact that it's strong enough that it's like, you know, these aren't flopping off, but it's also, I said this in the other video, it's not like so strong that like it's gonna be like ah, and then like your shadow's gonna burst and go everywhere. By the way, please feel free to rewind and replay that little like sound again. All right, so let's start with Ashen Halo. Now this shade is described as a soft gray with silver sparkles like fallen embers. This is definitely, wow, look at that. Very, very smooth, very metallic. Now going into Lightning Moss, this is a silvery shimmer with a green shift like the fleeting snow of lightning illuminating damp earth. Wow, these are buttery smooth. I will be curious. I'm definitely going to have to wear one of these this week to see how it lasts on me, because sometimes these really like silky shades can crease on me, but I will definitely give it a go, especially with like a glitter glue. We'll see how that goes. I'll use the specular base. Wowie zowie, look at those, holy smokes. I definitely feel like we have a few formulas within this collection, so I wanted to sort of space them out in sort of like that variation. Our next one is Crown of Cinders. This shade looks so interesting. The brand says it is a dark copper with a molten glow. Okay, this texture feels different than I thought it was going to. This is one of those that's a bit of a sleeper in the pan, I'm not going to lie. Probably should have put these a little bit closer together. Like not a sleeper as in like boring, because I thought it looked really pretty, but it almost looks a bit less sheeny and shiny in the pan. It looks, you know, more satiny. Wowie, that's, okay, that is a unique, it's a sexy neutral, y'all. It is a unique shade. Now, I have to say though, this isn't a dark copper to me. This is sort of like a light, almost grayish copper. Can you see? Like if you were to have a gray-based multi-chrome that was also a copper. Wow, okay, very fun. And it almost has like, I see a little bit of like a pink there too. Fun. All right, below that, we're going to do Serpent's Kiss. Let me tell you, this one looks incredible. I would say that these two, by feel, have a very similar texture. Look at that. Oh, no, I didn't. I colored inside the lines. Whoa, that is beautiful. Magical. Hello. Bye-bam. So pretty. Okay, this one's a bit thicker. It's a bit more like those first two, but it's more multi-chrome. So I'm gonna put it on the top here. This one is Wicked Petals, by the way. Oh, I didn't even say the Serpent's Kiss. A glimmering green with a red undertone reflecting the dangerous charm of a snake's embrace. Now here we have Wicked Petals, a haunting bluish gray with a mesmerizing shift of reddish pink, like the petals of a cursed flower unfolding under the moonlight. Woo. Oh, my ring's getting all flipped around here. Wow, okay, that's really pretty. Like, that is one of the grungiest bright shades I've ever seen. Pretty. Yeah, so pretty. It's very, I mean, if you like a good blurple, you're going to love that one. Yummy. I would definitely say, although it's smoothed out to feel a lot more like these. I wonder if it's just softer in the pan because it did feel a little bit thicker like these two here. So I would say we have like two formulas in here. We have the Molten Metallics that are Ashen Halo and Lightning Moss. Now, in Ashen Halo, they say that it has the silver sparkles. It's a tiny sparkle, and I feel like because the color itself is so metallic, you're not going to see a lot of that. I just see the metallic, but it has the sparkle. It doesn't translate as much, but you know, if you were to like blur it and blend it out, you might see more of that come out. Wow, these are so fun. Okay, I'm excited already. That was super fun to have a little like play moment, but I'm going to give you some eye swatches so that you can see what they look like across the lid. You know, having something over like stretched out taut skin like a palm is very different. It does give you the idea of the potential of the shift, but on the eyes is where it's at. So let's do that now. So first off, let me just say, I apologize. I had every intention of showing you application footage of all of these shades, and I think for a couple of them, I didn't have the camera on. I was very heartbroken when I saw that, but you can see here the beautiful smooth texture that these shadows have. They apply beautifully, zero problems to report, absolutely smooth, no flakiness, and just a dream to apply. I also want to make note that I had no primer of any sort on my lids. I did lay down just a little bit of concealer before doing these swatches, but there was no glitter glue or anything like that. Now, Ashen Halo is one of the two more metallic, thicker formula. I think you can see here that it's a little bit, it just has a bit more texture, but it is not by any means flaky or shows a lot of texture on the lid. I wanted to put it next to Wicked Petals just so you can see. I personally think that having these side by side shows you that Ashen Halo does have a bit more of a blue silver. So you can see up close here, again, it's a bit of a thicker shadow, but still not overly textured on the eyelid. Now, when we're talking about the Wicked Petal shade, again, this was done on lids with just concealer. I personally would probably throw down a glitter glue for this one, not because it had fallout or anything, but I just think it would probably amplify the look of this shade. It is a bit thinner, and you could also put a matte underneath to sort of bring out the shift a bit more. Moving into the last shade, Lightning Moss. This is so pretty. It's just such a beautiful shade, very foiled and metallic on the lid. And again, I am doing these with a damp brush, but no glitter glue. I can also let you know that this lasted all day on my lids with no creasing or minimal creasing, nothing that I really noticed at all. We're gonna move into just a very quick look using this shadow. I'm using Persephone, which I think is just such a beautiful, sort of like olive meets neutral. It's just great. It goes with so many looks. It's a very easy one to put on when you want something that works with greens but isn't like screaming green. It's sort of like that olive khaki kind of vibe in the best grungy way that we all know and love Devinah for. So after that, I just simply ran this also underneath my lash line just to kind of build up that shade a little bit. I tell you what, this has been me lately, like to and through. Like not a one and done, but a to and through. Oh, although that's kind of a lie. We have our third shade, the inner corner shade, Pancake Bubbles. I just love on the inner corner, and I think it really works well here. Such a pretty look, and I hope you enjoyed. All right, this has been a very fun swatch party. I do have to be honest, my eyelids were a little angry at me after those lid swatches, so I had to take a break for a couple days just to be like, whew, okay. But I hope that you enjoyed just getting to see this quick and easy look. Again, I just really like to be able to feature especially some mattes from Devinah. If you haven't, and I said this in the last video, but if you haven't tried any mattes from this brand, if you're planning on picking up any of these pretty sparklies, make sure to pick up one to try. Something in a shade that you feel like is missing in your collection, something that you feel like you'd use a lot, just to try out the formula, because I really do love it. I mean, here I just have one on today, and then of course that shimmer on the inner corner, but let me tell you, they're just so lovely. All right, so again, by the way, my Decadent Desires collection video will probably already be up by the time this video has gone up, so check the description box, or it'll probably be linked at the end of this video if you want to see more swatch party madness. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these shadows. Now, there will not be a bundle during this launch. These will all be available as singles, though. They are $17 a piece, and again, my discount code KeepBeautyReal will be applicable. Now, as I'd mentioned when we did the little palm swatches so that I could show you, I do feel like we have a couple different formulas within here. You know, we have that like thinner, really shifty multi-chrome, and then we have a bit more of that like metallic, super sparkly and very foiled, but they're not the same at all as far as like the formula goes. So I just have to be honest in the fact that I feel like both the shade that I'm wearing today, which is Lightning Moss, which I really love, and the like silvery one, which one is that? Ashen Halo. Okay, so these are pretty shadows. I also swatched just a little finger swatch of Wicked Petals, but as far as these go, so Wicked Petals has more of this, that's this one here, has more of that like multi-chrome shift. These are very beautiful, very shiny, shiny shades. On the lid, I mean, anytime you're like swatching on like a finger, it's going to be even more molten than on the eyelid, but on the lid, it's beautiful. They translate beautifully. $17 worth beautifully. In all honesty, I feel like that's a little bit high for that. I feel like with these others, they have that more like refined, they have a lot more shift to them. To me, those are more in that like upper multi-chrome range. So if these two were more in like a, I don't know, even like a $12 range, I feel like that's more suitable. Granted, I don't know anything about formulation. I don't know anything about the cost that goes into these. I just feel like these are a little bit closer. They're not like a standard shimmer, but they're also not the like the more intricate multi-chrome either. So that's just my little thoughts, being someone who doesn't know anything about anything. So that is just my opinion. I am really excited to get to play with these more. I hope you enjoyed the eye swatches. I just threw in the look there at the end just as like a quick little like actually using these, but I think that eye swatches just really show what this is going to look like on the eye. You know, I am a big, well, okay, y'all, like I know everyone loves, including me, everyone loves seeing beautifully manicured swatches that are just like flawless. They look so pretty. But like sometimes it's like, oh, you're seeing this in like the perfect lighting. Someone has like 3 lights set up and it's all like just to show every single shift, every single possibility. But in our everyday lives, that's not what you're going to see. You know, you're just not going to see that. And while I love the aesthetics of that, I also want to be able to show what this is really going to look like if you're wearing it as makeup and not just using it for like creative swatching and just touching it, right? So I hope that that's helpful to you. Now, if it were me personally picking up shades from this collection, both with the formulas and honestly with my personal aesthetics, I would probably be picking up Crown of Cinders and Serpent's Kiss, just because I feel like these offer something that I know that I would wear a lot and things that I just love aesthetically. Like these are totally both my jam. While I love this, honestly, with the price at that $17, I'd probably want to pick it up at some point. But that being said, I'd probably wishlist it and get it in the future on a sale. The other two shades, while gorgeous, and I have been getting into the purples, but there's like a lot more blue in that Wicked Petal shade. So those two are just ones that for me, while the quality is A++, the shades I just don't think I would use that much. The Ashen Halo is definitely more of that like blue gray. Like if you love a good blue gray, if you have cool toned skin and you just love rocking that look, like that's going to be gorgeous. It's just not something that I would reach for a lot. So quality is great. It's just not a shade that I would pick up. So probably I would curate those two shades and then wish list one of them in case you're curious what I would have gotten if they hadn't been sent in PR. But again, they were, and thank you to Devinah for doing so. All right, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this. This has been so much fun. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. Again, this collection does launch on the 21st, I believe. Let me just check here. Yes, Friday, March 21st, along with the Decadent Desires collection and this pan puller. Let me tell you, this was an unexpected favorite. This one has been so nice. Roger, you did a great job with this. Thank you for listening to the masses. All right, lovelies, that's going to be it for today, and I will see you really soon.